Hey everybody, Rambles here, and welcome back to our Dragonflight Paladin and Season 4 gearing. I'm going to go ahead and go into options here, and we're just going to turn dialogue off, because, well, people talk way too much in dungeons, and I kind of don't want to hear it. There we go. 4, 3, 2, 1... I've had several runs of several different dungeons that did not get recorded because they were failures one way or another. Regardless of that, like, I'm gonna have to show you guys some fail runs. Like, you're gonna have to see some fail runs. I've done 3 different runs. Azure Vaults, Algathar Academy, and an attempt at the No-Cud Offensive, and they have all been failures. Over the past few days, I've done these. And if I don't start showing you guys some of the ways that these runs go wrong, then there will be no content for this character. So yeah, regardless of whether we do poorly or do well here, you guys are going to start seeing the reality of what it's like to attempt to gear up in Season 4 as a solo player. So far, it's been quite a challenge. There's a couple of things that I should be doing that I haven't been doing. Like, I have 2 more wings of the Awakened raid to do that I just haven't done, and the reason I haven't done it is because it's 30-minute wait times to get into the raid, and I just often don't find that I have 30 minutes to wait in queue and then 30 to 40 minutes to do the run. Yeah, it just, like, the time investment for me just isn't really there. And so, yeah, I could probably have a little bit of a better gear score if I was doing those things, so, like, I would advise anybody, like, definitely do the Awakened raids. Get the bullion or whatever the resource is, you know, because you can get some pretty good items. I just haven't been lucky enough to get into any of the other wings besides the first wing of this week's Awakened raid. But yeah, here we are in the No-Cud Offensive again. We've got a Demon Hunter tank, we've got a Priest healer, and we've got some DPS. So we'll see how it goes. This dungeon is, you know, it's possibly my least favorite dungeon of the expansion. I don't really appreciate all the flying around. I think it's kind of obnoxious. Thematically, I'm sure when the dungeon first came out, when the expansion was young, it was probably pretty cool, but ultimately I don't really like this place. I don't know my way around here because of the different flight paths and places where people like to land to prep for the pulls. So I'll just try to do my best to keep up with the group, and we'll see how it goes. Today my DPS is in the toilet, like just the absolute worst that I've ever done, which I'm not really surprised. The other kind of like negative aspect of like trying to do these mythic runs and failing them is that it's pretty demoralizing. I kind of start to understand why there's a lot of negativity sometimes in pug groups for Mythic, because when you spend 36 minutes trying to progress a dungeon and you still fail the run, well, the timer runs out or somebody leaves, you know, you don't get anything. You don't get anything for your time. You get all of your time wasted, and I can see how that would be especially impactful for people that don't have a lot of time to play in a given day. Typically what I've done is, like, if I get into a run that fails after 30 minutes, I don't try again that day. It's kind of one of the reasons why I took it off the stream. Trying to stream it for multiple hours at a time was really detrimental, like, mentally and emotionally. It was not a fun time. I didn't feel like you guys are having fun with it. I wasn't having fun with streaming it. And just being able to kind of stop what I'm doing as soon as I'm over it is kind of the reason why I took this to a recorded series. Because, yeah, for the past couple days, I've had some runs. I'd sit down, I'll try to do a run, 30 minutes wasted, no reward, and I haven't shown you guys those runs because of how negative they've been. But yeah, it's been a tough time. All right, I'll try to focus up on the boss here. That went a lot smoother than the last time I tried this, where people just kept dying and dying, and there was not any discernible reason why. So yeah, there we go. One boss down, 32 minutes left on the timer. And this is the part of the dungeon that I hate, that I just absolutely hate. I hate all the flying around. It's not fun to me, it's not thematic, it's not enjoyable. I have no idea where to land, like, safely. I've accidentally pulled groups in here before, so yeah, I just, like, it's not my favorite dungeon. And I don't really know the boss fights, and I don't really know the pathing, and that makes it incredibly... I think I could do this dungeon 24 times, and I'm never gonna remember where to fly to. That's just the reality of it. I kinda would love to go back to a time when, like, dungeons were actually dungeons. Like, you go into a dungeon, it's a dungeon, and you don't mount up, and you don't fly around. Mainly, did I mention, like, not mounting up would be fine. I'd be fine with dungeons where you literally can't get on your mount. There's no time to get on your mount, there's no way to get on your mount, there's no reason to get on your mount. I would love to go back to dungeons that were actually dungeons. That would be really cool. I'm hoping in the War Within we see more like typical dungeons that you would expect in an RPG, and less like open world scenarios like this one. Like, keep the open world stuff in the open world, and a dungeon should thematically be an actual dungeon. Alright, big swirly tornado guy. Let's see what he's got. Alright, I mean, I think I understood the mechanics. I think we were supposed to be spreading out the little circle blast and then absorbing the little orbies before they get to the boss. I think I understood it. I didn't die. I did spend a lot of time kind of hitting myself with heals every now and again to make things a little bit easier on the healer, which probably ate into my DPS a bit. We did lose the hunter, so, you know, there's that. Alright, we got another boss here, Tira and Maruk. We'll just try to kind of follow priority from the other DPS and see what they're focusing. Or we take out this pack first. Probably a smart move so they don't pull during the boss. Alright, we're taking out everything. I guess we're trying to work towards our percentage here. All right, there's 96%. I think I saw somebody say they wanted to be at 96% before this boss fight. And here we go. And yeah, and here we go. And this is like just basically how groups come to an end. We got 12 minutes left. We've got 2 bosses, and like at this point, unless we down this in the next pull, and unless we one-shot the following boss, there's no way that we beat the timer. So yeah, we'll see. This pull right here is going to determine whether or not we're going to be able to get this done, basically. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of the fight. Obviously, we're not dying. I was able to battle res the tank once. Then the rogue died, and then the tank died again, and it just became a shit show. The tank doesn't know how to tank them. They're trying to figure out whether they should stack them together. Apparently, they cannot be split apart, otherwise they get a damage buff. Like, that's a good thing for a tank to know. I mean, a tank's job is hard, okay? That's why I'll never be a tank. I really don't know strategically if I should waste the battle res on this DPS or not. That's where like my knowledge kind of falls over. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I really can't believe we got that. I don't know if but we had any right to get it. We got it. We only have 5 minutes to take out the last boss, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, we did okay. We did the best we could. Oftentimes in these runs, even just trying to do a +2, like, the best you can do often is not good enough. And this is probably going to be one of those cases. We have to one-shot the last boss, and we have to do it really, really quickly. And yeah, I don't really see that happening, but let's give it a shot. I have a 4-minute cooldown on battle res, so I can't battle res that guy. It's like he got himself killed to an easily avoidable mechanic, it looks like, and now he's gone. And with him being gone, like, probably our chance of completing this one. Well, yeah, again, I mean, we got it, but we didn't get it within the timer. So, like, I don't even know. Is it worth it? Did we just waste 36 minutes, or is it okay? I mean, I guess it's okay, like, because we still got the completion, we still got the rating for it. And so I guess ultimately it's fine. It's really a bummer. A couple of less DPS deaths, and we could have got it within the timer. So yeah, that's No Code Offensive on 2. That's like a little bit of progress for the season. We still have Ultimate, Azure Vault, Halls of Infusion, and Elgathar Academy that we have not completed at all. Let's see, Azure Vault I've attempted and we couldn't kill the last boss. Timer ran out, we were in the second attempt on the last boss and a tank left. Elgathar Academy, something very similar to that happened where the timer ran out, we were on the last boss, somebody eventually left. And so that's 40 minutes each of just time absolutely wasted. Today was good. We didn't get any gear, but we raised our rating up a little bit, and the hope is that'll get us into more and more groups as the season goes on. So yeah, thank you guys for being here today. I truly do appreciate you sticking it out. I appreciate all of the support on this series. It is still a goal of mine to progress this character and try to get them Keystone Master. It just feels like it's going to take a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and like partially that's okay. At this point, I've seen most of the boss fights, and I feel like I have an okay handle now on most of the boss fights, and I feel like we're doing okay from like a personal like player perspective. Even though I had never seen that last boss before, I feel like I did all right. Any tips or suggestions you guys have, I would be happy to hear them in the comments below. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.